Hey guys, between PPI and CPI, I just want to make sure you understand that PPI is actually more important with inflation because that talks about the raw materials. That lets you know early on in the process, where the inflation is. So obviously PPI is what the producer pays, CPI is what the consumer pays, right? So think about it as a cheeseburger, right? As the CPI of what you buy, and then PPI would be the ingredients or what it takes to make that burger, right? So if the raw materials that a company pays or the producer pays, right, to make that product go up, obviously that's going to affect their bottom line, right? Their earnings per share go down, okay? And their valuation then would go up. And so this is what I want you to know with that PPI coming in double expectations. Remember, it was 0.6% month over month versus 0.3% expected. That's a huge miss, okay? And that's going to make it tough on stocks from here, okay? Now, I've been talking about the AI conference. Yes, that's my last hurrah where I'm playing these stocks. Again, I'm going to have some small positions in my long-term account, as you know, but short-term swing trade, I bought heavily in NVIDIA and some other names going into, the AI conference on Monday, okay? But if this rips on Monday, okay, then I'm going to be taking profits, okay? Even in Tuesday, I'll let it go a little bit and then take more profits. Definitely before the meeting on Wednesday. Unfortunately, the Fed meeting where they make that decision and when Powell speaks is right in the middle, of the AI conference. So I'll be out before Wednesday, like you've heard me talk about in my short-term swing trade account, all right? And I'll let some ride long. But with that, also consumer spending is starting to fall now, okay? We're seeing oil prices go up. When that goes up, obviously that affects consumer spending, right? So we're hitting a point now where energy stocks are more in favor. I don't know if you've seen Marathon Oil as well as Valero. These are ticker symbols MPC as well as VLO. Take a look at the charts. These officially just broke out. So these are good plays. You want to be looking in the energy sector if you're looking for good swing trades right now. They just broke out. Even Occidental Petroleum, what Warren Buffett is a good play right now. Okay, I think even though that one doesn't move nearly as quickly as these other ones I recommended. But the top two would be Marathon, which is MPC ticker symbol, then Valero, VLO. Take a look at those, okay, for the energy sector. But like I said, things are starting to roll over a little bit. And after this AI conference next week, I'm going to be reevaluating again what stocks that I'm going to be day trading or swing trading. Like I said, after this AI conference, my short-term account, I'll be done with those AI stocks until I see some better inflation data. Okay, the tech stocks obviously don't benefit, right? When inflation's going up, that means yields are going up, and that means equities are going down. So you have to remember that, especially the interest rate sensitive stocks. We know, again, I'll say it again, when inflation is going up, like we saw with PPI, right? That means the treasury yield is going up, and that means equities fall, okay? And especially after this huge run, you got to be careful now, okay? So after this upcoming week with the AI conference, make sure you are cautious and get in and out of trades quickly so you don't get burned, or at least have your stop loss in like we've talked about, okay? So energy stocks are what I'll be focusing on. There's also marijuana stocks because of Biden talking about, scheduling cannabis as a Schedule 3 drug versus a Schedule 1. That really helps companies pay less in taxes, saves money, so that helps their bottom line. And also Germany just legalized marijuana on a recreational basis. And we have other states, obviously, that will probably legalize in the future. So there is some positive news. It's got some momentum up. So marijuana could be a good play as well, short term, again, swing trade. So just wanted to go over some stuff I'm seeing right now, with the charts and with the economy. Things look like they're starting to roll over. Again, that PPI inflation report is what kicked it off, okay? And then also we know the Fed meeting's coming up, right, where they make that decision on Wednesday. If Powell says something about having to push back interest rate cuts, that's going to be the next thing that gets stocks to roll over and decline, pretty good. And like I said, we're going to have to wait patiently for the interest rate cut. If it keeps getting pushed down the road, investors are going to get impatient. There's a lot of traders that will just say, forget this and enter later. So that's why, like I said, dollar cost averaging slowly with these names, these small caps, is how you have to do it. And you have to weather the storm, guys. You have to watch it go down, okay? Or if you want to try to time it, it's very hard to do that later. You only get it closer to interest rate cuts. So the best way, the smartest way, most investors, they dollar cost average slowly over time. And that allows you to have a good cost basis, when stocks are going down, if they do decide to turn over, right, and go down. You never know, right? But the AI stocks, we'll see if the euphoria can last. But after this AI conference, like I said, I don't know what the next catalyst is until interest rate cuts. All right. So that's why me personally, I'll be looking more at the energy side while, gas prices are going up, or oil prices, I should say, is I think in the short run, that will be a better play. But I have these AI stocks in my long-term account. Okay. And I will let those ride because I know one day we'll get to that cut and it will be a catalyst down the road. And that's where you can see those big gains. Okay. But I'm just talking about short-term trading, some ideas where you can look, like I said, energy stocks as well as marijuana. But marijuana, I recommend only day trading it or really short-term trade with those because they get momentum and then they fade off and completely die. But energy isn't going away. Look at the charts with those. Like I said, MPC as well as VLO. Those are two ticker symbols you can check out. Have a good weekend, everyone.